Right, so I'm going to show you how to use the Universal Manipulator tool in Maya. It's a fantastic tool that allows you to play with the dimensions of any object you've created rather than play around using the attribute editor and using the scaling and these, which I find just a lot of work and can be somewhat imprecise. So in order to get up our tool, we just press ctrl-t and we have got the Universal Manipulator tool. You'll notice that you get on this, you get your numbers coming around that tells you its current dimensions. You've got these handles here that basically allow you to rotate on an edge rather than on the center of the object. You can still move it up and down. And over here we've got a little widget that allows you to play around with the scales. So if I wanted to make a 2 by 2 by 0.5 rectangle, I just need to type it in there. You'll notice that the scale doesn't change while doing this over here, and that's a good thing. The scaling is to scale it from its current dimensions, whereas this actually accurately uses 2 centimeters, 2 centimeters, and 0.5 centimeter. The next useful thing about this is here. It's the width, height, and depth. As we know, using the cut tool, it can, even when you press control, it's very difficult to actually get a perfect cut along this, perfectly where you want it, without first clicking, then selecting your actual edges, and then from there basically telling it where you want it to be. And even then, if you get it wrong, you're having to kind of undo and sort everything out. So if I wanted that at exactly 0, 0, 0, 0, it's a lot of playing around to get it right. If, however, I use my Universal Manipulator, it's a lot more concise, as I can tell it how many subdivisions I want. And it nicely and neatly subdivides it so that it's all properly balanced. Going on from there, you can also use this manipulator tool on any other object. So if I just pull up a cylinder, which I tend to find is one that a lot of people want to do subdivisions on, but find it really difficult to get right. Again, if you use the cutting tool, even when you press control, it doesn't give you the inner radius of this. It doesn't create inner circles. It'll cut this up perfectly fine, but even then it's imprecise. Using our Universal Manipulator, along with its radius and its height and its subdivisions, the lines going downwards, I can subdivide its height, and I can also subdivide the top, the actual caps, the top and the bottom. This way, if I wanted to manipulate this a bit more, I've got a far better body to work with. And then I can select individual edges and I can just move them all individually. And that's it. That's how useful this tool is, and it will pretty much work on any of the polygons that you select from up here. So you can get a torus out, and again, ctrl-t, I've got more options. Again, I find it far better than trying to use these to do it right. Give myself a 2 radius, a 1 sectional radius to make it a thicker, bulkier polygon. You can even twist it a tiny bit. You probably wouldn't see much of a difference on that, but trust me, it makes a difference. You can create more subdivisions, and obviously that creates an even perfect, smoother torus. So anyway, it is a fantastic little tool that you need to know about in Maya to get really, really precisely made polygons with more subdivisions, more equal subdivisions.